Hi, everyone. Back on again. We're here in Sydney after the day's play of the Ashes Test. Day one is finished. Australia haven't exactly been on top today, you would argue. They've had a pretty well. It's been an intermittent day with weather, and Australia are 3 for 126, and the three leading batsmen in the team, you would argue, in terms of batting, was Warner, Harris and Labuschagne all got starts, but didn't go on with it. Left with now Steve Smith and Usman Khawaja hit a beautiful pull shot off wood. So double strike drags and not back into the contest. So I would argue it's a pretty good summation. So that's one game we're looking at. Then there's, of course, the match which is only some 20 minutes away from starting, and that is in fact the match between India and South Africa. India are two for 85. 2 for 85. South Africa all that for 229. Not forgetting India got 202 on their first thing. So effectively, India are 2 for 58 with Pujara and Rahane in batting, and probably the unlikely pair that you would argue that would be scoring runs, but they're in. So KL Rahul was caught marker and bowled. Jansen, who seems to be getting some traction now, Marco Jansen. And Mayank Agarwal is LBW Olivia for 23. So Rahul got 8 and Agarwal got 23. Pujara, not about 35, it was quite aggressive. And Rahane 11. So India, on a pretty good situation. I've got to mention up front the amazing situation with Bangladesh. Congratulations, Bangladesh. They beat New Zealand the first time, and certainly the first time at New Zealand, which is an amazing result when you consider that New Zealand would have never expected it. You know, would not have believed that they would possibly, they would possibly have a chance of winning that match, and they did. Not only they won it handsomely. They won by 8 wickets. Quite incredible. Quite an incredible situation, actually. So I'm just going to check on. So Shapali's actually got her big opening there. Preview that there. We've got Alan Malali. So there's quite a few people here that are wanting to join them. David Gravely might be another. Yeah, quite incredible. Australia 3 for 126. I want to spend a moment on Marcus Harris. This is his 14th Test match. 14th. It's in fact his 25th innings is completed. Has not scored a century yet. I'm afraid if you're being brought into a Test team, especially an Australian Test team, or for that matter any, but let's say Australia, and not scored a century in 14 Test matches and 25 innings, then I would say you should be dropped. That's not good enough. I mean, Virat Kohli probably hasn't scored a century in the same amount of time, but it doesn't take away the fact that that should be something that should have happened by now, especially if you've been selected to do that. And, there's plenty of players who would love to be opening for Australia and would be capable of scoring centuries. And the fact is they're not in there. Showing the SCG at the moment. Australia won the toss and elected a bat, as you know. Usman Khawaja came in for Travis Head. Not out 4, Broad came in for Ollie Robinson. Anderson's now the second most capped Test player. Shulball gets David Warner wicket for the 13th time. Interesting. Wayne Abandon's play as early with Australia 3 for 126. Game starts tomorrow, 10 a.m. Australian time. So that's a very interesting thing. So Baram Morali's joined. Hello, Baram Morali.
Hi, Norman.
Can you?
How are you, Norman?
I'm very well. Well, not so well, but I'm okay. The game is on at the SCG, would you believe, Ram? And I can't go. I'm devastated. It's not my idea of a day to start the match anyway. Can you hear me?
You can't go by because they are not allowing fans, or is it, or you
No,
are stuck up
because
somewhere?
I have COVID-19.
Oh, so you are in quarantine.
Self-quarantine. There's 35,000 today, and in the Sydney area alone, and most of those people have been around where I live. I've been feverish, otherwise I'm okay. So it's not the end of the world. A partner will be at the ground tomorrow, so I'm a little bit devastated. But can you imagine? All the year I've been waiting to watch the game at the SCG, and COVID's been everywhere else around the world. I didn't get it. I get it the day before the test. I could have got it next week.
Hey, you got it along with Maxwell.
What?
You got it along with Glenn Maxwell. Maxwell also is
Glenn
confirmed because of
McGrath,
it.
David Boone, Travis Head, Nick Hockley, the CEO of Cricket Australia, a whole host of people. So I'm not alone.
Even the England coach, right? Silverwood, what's his name? Silverwood, right?
Yeah, Silverwood. Everyone's got it. It's now becoming like half of the Brisbane Heat Big Bash team. They were supposed to play tonight. They're not playing now. Tarun V's asking me, "Where are you?" I'm not at home actually. Where
are you? Even I had the same question.
I'll show you where I am. Can you see through the window?
Just a second, even I need.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Can you see in the background planes?
Mm-hmm.
That's an airport. That's a city of domestic. Can you see now? Can you see planes? Baram, can you see aeroplanes?
Okay.
Look here. See there? What can you see?
Yeah, I can see you. Norman, I'll join from my mobile. I think that's good. Because
there's aeroplanes there.
The connection here is not good.
Okay. I'll go over here. All right. So I'm in a hotel room, guys. Norman, when you watched your first test, when did I watch my first test? Oh, when I was 10 years old in 1974. I went to the SCG, watched a test match there. I can't remember who was playing. It was Dennis Lilly, Jeff Thompson, a whole host of people like that.
Now it's far better.
Did you see the planes?
Yeah, I saw the planes. So is this a designated quarantine hotel? That's why you are.
Yeah.
Okay. So only you and your family, or someone else also, Norman?
No, my mother stayed at her place.
Okay.
She can't come. Yeah, I'm the only one. I'm the only one that has it.
And do you know which variant do you have?
I've got the Norman variant.
That's okay. That's very weak.
That means you have to. The Norman variant. No, not the Norman variant. You have to drink a lot, eat a lot.
Okay.
No, hang on. Did you see that view? I'll show it to you later when it gets a bit darker. It's quite a view. I'm looking right over the airport. Have a look. Can you see it now? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you see the Qantas plane?
Yeah, I can see the plane parked over there in a building.
Can you see there's a plane with a kangaroo on the back of the plane?
Too far off, but no, not so well also. But I can see a plane parked over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's the airport. Oh, there's a plane. There's a plane landing. Plane landing. Plane landing. See the plane landing?
Yeah. Thanks, Norman. I never saw a plane landing.
On my show, you haven't seen a plane landing before. That's shush. So Tarun V's telling me to take care, and I'm perfectly fine. I'm eating chips. I must be okay.
That's good. So Grumpy Face
Now,
is
how
also
about
joining us. So is
Bangladesh
Suman,
beat
so is Terence.
Bangladesh beat New Zealand? My God.
Yeah, that's the biggest news going around, and surprisingly, very few. I think the media, I don't see so much kind of. At least the Indian media is not portraying it so much, and neither many
No.
YouTube channels are also portraying it, which I find it very. In fact, today morning I could not even watch the match. Like the channels are either showing the Ashes or some other sporting event. I could not even find where to watch the match.
Well, we're lucky in Australia. We've got that pretty good coverage. I mean, I'm watching it on many platforms actually. But yeah, no, it was great to watch. They took their time, but they were very confident about the way they played. But India are also doing very well.
I think New Zealand without Kane Williamson is a different New Zealand.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's quite scary how bad they actually are.
Without Kane Williamson, it's like they're a completely different team.
Exactly.
Kyle Jamieson is like nowhere near the Kyle Jamieson that we knew. Or is it now all batsmen know that how he bowls, or they know his secret?
See, Bangladesh have got a quality batting lineup. They scored 458. They scored forget the fact that Kane Williamson wasn't there. They had Trent Bolt, Southey, Jamieson. They were on home conditions in New Zealand. Wagner, all in New Zealand. The most difficult place to play New Zealand bowlers is in New Zealand. And Bangladesh scored 458. And then they got them all out for 170, whatever it was, and had only a mere 40 runs to get. It was a fantastic victory. It was not just a victory, it was an emphatic victory. Very, very impressive indeed.
And we saw the dirty side of New Zealand also. We talk them as the good guys, but this match shows that it all depends on where the water is. The way Wagner was behaving was horrible. You must have seen. I think the third day it was the way he was trying to intimidate. The way he was like, work hard and get them out. He was not able to do that, so he started all kind of dirty tactics.
Yeah, that's true. Now they're asking why did New Zealand bowl many bounces? That's a good question. What about the second Test pitch, Green? The second you talk now. Mission, are you talking about the game? Which game are we talking about? India versus South Africa, New Zealand versus Bangladesh, or Australia versus England? This is the fourth Test here. It was a very green pitch too. But Marcus Harris, Baran, 14th match now, 25th innings, no century. Usman Khawaja's playing. He's not out 4. I hope he gets a century, because what I would do is Travis said come back into the team and Khawaja opens. They cannot continue to have Marcus. How could you have Marcus Harris there, 14 Test matches, 25 innings, no centuries? Khawaja, 45 tests now, 8 centuries. He has to be.
I think the answer to that question is, Norman, the answer to the question of why still Pujara, Rane, Virat Kohli are still in the Test team. Just being a lawyer and defending Marcus Harris.
No comparison, because Pujara scored 20 plus centuries. Rahane scored many centuries. Kohli scored 27. That's why they're still on the side. But Harris has not scored any centuries at all. He has no support. If Harris had played 40 Test matches and scored 5 or 10 centuries and had a bad form period, yes. But he hasn't. He hasn't scored enough runs. He got 70 on last, big deal. He got 38 today. He's not converting. He's an opening batsman. He's supposed to score centuries. Drop him. Khawaja is the man. Khawaja, you watch I'm hoping he gets a big score. And with South Africa yesterday, people were looking at their score. I knew that South Africa wouldn't get more than 220 on. In fact, I thought they would get less than 200. And
I thought maximum 250, 260, maximum, or even worst case, I thought that even 150, 160, they would be all out. So between 150 to 250 was something that I was thinking of. Worst case to
and now that India are 2 for 85, even though Pujara and Rahane, look, you've got to give it to Pujara and Rahane. They're playing well now in this innings.
Yeah, but if you ask me, Norman, see this. Let's say they play well this match, then it should be the next 3 or 4 matches. That not that this one match. Let's say they both score a good 70, 80, and again for next 4 or 5 matches nothing happens. It should not be that way. It should not be like one inning should get you the next 10 matches. Cricket should not work that way, especially in the Indian team.
My God, the big bash leagues in a complete mess. Players everywhere are falling. The Brisbane Heat's got
even
half
in India, the Ranji Trophy and I think many other leagues in India have also been suspended or put on hold because of the rising cases. USA had more than 1 million cases in a single day. Europe is badly hit. We are also under lockdown in Philippines.
It's funny how they're saying that Brisbane Heat Queensland can't find enough players. Excuse me, there's enough players in the state. What do you mean?
You're talking about what, BBL?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we've got Rahane on 11. I mean, look, there's a lot of good things happening in this. I think India. Okay. After the first innings, we were ready to knock India with 202. But then they got South Africa for 229, so they're only 27 in front. Now they're 2 for 85, they're 2 for 58. They're in a reasonable situation, actually. It's great fight back from India. I'm very impressed. They're fighting hard, and that's the legacy of Kohli. We have to remember that. Now, Kohli's still the most captain.
Yes, if you ask me, Shardul Thakur, as of now, if you ask me, I would rate him as one of the top test players. And I find it surprising that for Team India, he's like a drop-in and a drop-out kind of a player. When someone else is injured or something, they get him in. And if you ask me, I would, as of today, put it Shardul Thakur as the best all-rounder. As of today, who is performing. Skill-wise, yes, I would say there would be someone better, but as of today, based on the performance, I would rate Shardul Thakur as the best all-rounder in the world.
Oh, there's no doubt. 7 for 61, then he scores 50s, and he's a gun player. When Jadeja's not there, Ashwin is. Look, there's no doubt that Thakur must be a regular part of this side. I agree, but I know that Rahane's done a bit better in the second innings so far, but why did Vihari? I like Vihari, Bram. I like Vihari, but why did Shreyas Iyer not get picked in front of Vihari? Why didn't Shreyas Iyer get picked?
I think because they had sent Vihari, maybe they had a team talk with Vihari, and that's why they had sent him to South Africa before, and he played the unofficial tests with the South African team, and he did reasonably well also over there. So that could be a reason.
Okay. They need to be very careful because Shreyas Iyer is a great player. He needs to be in this side. Okay.
I think more than Shreyas, the conundrum right now with the Indian team is that, look, Pujara, Rane definitely are not performing. In fact, I don't know if you're aware, in a lot of social media, people are calling the pair as Purane. Pujara, Pu, and Ane from Rane. So Purane basically means old and obsolete. That's what it means. So the conundrum now being,
Samana Washi's saying that Shreyas Iyer is not fit. Is that true?
No, I did not hear this.
I didn't hear that either.
So Tarun, we can use the nomenclature of Pujara and Rane. People are calling it as Purane. Anyway, so coming back, see, the conundrum is, India has a battery of openers. If you see, KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma will be back. He will be definitely playing in the opening spot. Then you have Mayank Agarwal, you have Prithvi Shaw, you have Shubman Gill, 5 already, and there is one more, Priyank Panchal. So 6 openers are available, which I would say can do reasonably well. So why not one of them, think and have them at number 3? So this spot of again Pujare and Rana is a big I find it a very long rope has been given to them. A very very long rope has been given to them.
Yeah,
Which
I agree.
is which is really just even if today match they score a 70-80, okay, then yes, continue with them next match, but it has to be a consistent performance. Not that this one performance would guarantee the place for the next 10 matches.
I agree. But I think Shreyas Iyer has to find a regular spot. I think that Thakur does as well. I think what you said there is right. I think that Rahane has to allow new players. He should retire. He's no longer vice captain of the side, is he, Bram? So why is he not? Should be out. Okay. So
who's the vice captain in this? Like they don't declare who the vice captain officially. No. I did not see for this match who's.
Well, Rahul's the captain. I don't know. Maybe it was a late decision because of Kohli not playing.
Yeah, but who's the vice captain? I did not see anywhere officially being said that.
They're not saying officially. It's not recorded.
No, so who's the vice captain for South Africa? I did not even see that. Like when I'm seeing through ESPN Cricket for many other websites.
No. Quinton de Kock was in the mix as well, wasn't he? So now it looks like they're not announcing that. Well, look, Pujara Rahane may adopt unofficial roles there. Let's be honest.
No, Grumpy Face is saying Bumrah, but that's for the ODIs. That's what's announced for the ODIs.
That's this right. Match. That's the answer. It's Bumrah. It is Bumrah. Bumrah's the vice captain.
That's announced for the ODIs, Norman. It's not for this test match.
I think it is for this test match as well.
I did not see it anywhere. Is it? I mean, Grumpy Face can say, is it official? Because
viewers, find us evidence of who is vice captain and confirm
for this test match.
For this test match, it doesn't matter because they've got Rahane and Pujara. They'll be in Rahul's ear anyway, and Kohli's in the dressing room. He'll be talking every bloody break anyway. So, but Virat Kohli, explain to me, do you think he really is injured or not? Okay, the first delivery here, Marco Jensen.
It's if you ask me, the whole situation is becoming very complicated between this BCCI and this Virat Kohli issue. Virat Kohli is saying something, then BCCI saying, giving an official comment that earlier, if you see, go back right from the start that Virat Kohli, there was a rumor that he would step down, that BCCI said there is no such rumor. Then immediately after 1-2 days, there's an official, letter from Virat Kohli. Then we have the T20 World Cup, which went very bad for India. Then after that, we had basically, rumors spreading that Virat Kohli wanted to step down. The rumors saying that he was made to be stepped down. Then BCCI saying that we wanted Kohli to be the captain, but he wanted to step down. Then Kohli saying that no, I was told to step down, not the other way around. Then suddenly, just before this test match, then Ganguly says that, then Virat Kohli says that Ganguly said wrong. Then just before Ganguly was in the hospital, then Chetan Sharma comes and comments that we are told, basically again contradicting what Kohli. So who told the truth in this whole thing is becoming a now, how do you see it? But things are not good, basically. Things are not good in the camp.
The biggest insult for Ashwin. Why isn't he made vice captain? He wanted to be captain at one stage. He should be vice captain. There's something not right with Kohli and Ashwin, for sure. Anyway, Rahane's hit 2 through square leg.
See, Manoj is also saying that Bumrah is the vice captain for ODI series. For this match, who's the vice captain? It's not announced. And I've seen in many, even the Australia, this team sheet or everything, they're not writing who's the vice captain nowadays in the team sheet in the match. I find that some kind of a change by the ICC, that it's not required or something. Because I don't see that nowadays in the
doubt
team
it.
sheet. When the team sheet comes, they only mention the captain and the wicketkeeper. They don't mention who's the vice captain. I've seen this recently in many matches, which previously they
I
used to
almost
very clearly mention.
look when you're captain, when Virat Kohli doesn't play on the day because of back spasms, and there is no true captain because Rahane and Pujara are not made captain. Rahul was thrown in for his first match. Ashwin's another person who should be captaining. Very insulting. But look, but the main thing here we mustn't forget, Baram, India keep winning. They keep winning and turning matches around.
That reason very well is the bowling and the lower order, which is also helping in the batting. The bowling is so good. The bowling department of India is so good that they're batting, even if they're short by 100, 150 runs, that is being hidden. That's the reality, Norman. Let's not put it in any other way.
Pujara's is in another four. Pujara's in a very aggressive mood.
He's in a completely different.
My God, he's just first
They
shot.
both, if you ask me, Pujara and Rane have to play the test matches now as if this is the last test match. They are retiring. Play with.
I've got a feeling. You're right.
Play with that kind of a attitude that this is your last test match, because let's say they would have failed today here very badly, they would have surely been removed, and I doubt they would have got a chance back again given the lineup of players that India has.
But the thing is, though, these two would have loved to have their retirements or their announcement retirements when they're in India, wouldn't they?
If you see age-wise, they have still got 4 or 5 years to play. So it's not that even if they're dropped, it's like immediately they would retire. But I don't see them even playing in the IPL. I don't think any IPL team will also pick them up.
Well,
so they have to do
Pujara
good over
didn't
here.
really play in the IPL at all. Pujara was penciled into the CSK team. Never got a game.
And yesterday, coming back, what was the view on that Van der Dusen dismissal, Norman? See, I'm not talking about a dismissal per se, but I don't like the aftermath of it. The way continuously, right till the day's end, that point was discussed by the South African commentators, and as if it was such a. It was overly highlighted as if that was something. The aftermath was something that I did not like.
If Van der Dusen didn't get out that ball, he would have got out next ball. He was batting crap, absolute crap.
Another guy batting absolute crap was Elgar. I don't know how he reached till that. Pujara is hitting 4 after 4. Nigri to another 4. Pujara is dealing in fours today. He has hit 9 fours, huh? And a strike rate is almost 100. It's hard to believe. It's Pujara.
Someone's got up him. Someone says, Pujara, get runs.
I'm sure the Dravid must be giving him this advice. You play like this.
Maybe Rahul said, I'm captain, get runs.
Or maybe you would have got the message, or somebody would have said, like if I was there, I would have, my advice to Pujara, look, you have been doing for the last, I would say 10, 15 innings, this strategy of paying cautious, it's just not working. It's high time you realize that and you completely do something else. Don't go by the how long will you, if you keep doing the same thing, you'll get the same result. That's so I think that has gotten Pujara's head. So let's see.
Yeah, but the fact is, we're getting stuck in India here, but Baram, India are number 1 in the world.
Yeah, again, as I told you, that is because of the bowling. There's no reason. They have a very good spin trio which works at home and very good fast bowlers.
They won in Australia. They're going to win in South Africa. They won in England. They beat New Zealand at home. They beat England at home. There's no one better.
I think they only need to, maybe now next frontier would be beating New Zealand at New Zealand's home.
Well, if Bangladesh can beat New Zealand at home, then it gives India a little concern. Really?
Yeah, but the Bangladesh win is very surprising. But look how they played in their own against Pakistan. They were horrible. Norman, you should have seen those Pakistan Bangladesh matches. They were horrible. Even after 2.5 days of rain, Pakistan was still able to beat them in 2.5 days, and it was horrible batting by them,
I mean,
and even bowling.
Monimul Haq, the captain of Bangladesh, he scored a lot of runs now, and also Mustafa Rahim scored 4,800. They've got some decent batters. None have reached 5,000 test runs, but they're very close. Once you reach 5,000 test runs, you're a noted batter, aren't you? That's a great amount of runs to get. Now, New Zealand
Maybe
haven't lost.
Pujara is batting like this considering the IPL mega auction coming up.
No. Tarun V says New Zealand haven't lost. New Zealand haven't lost a test match at home for 18 test matches. It's a pretty big record. And Bangladesh broke it. Good on them. They did, but the thing is, they didn't just beat them; they thrashed them.
Yeah, it's a significant victory, winning by 8 wickets comfortably with 2 sessions to go. That's amazing. And way they played their first innings was really excellent. Like they were going slow, but the way they tired out the bowlers, like making the ball 170 plus overs is like New Zealand never did, especially at home, getting 3 new balls. That's I think a very long time after that for New Zealand. And the bowlers had completely lost. Like being so long in the field also really becomes, even for the batsmen, it's very difficult to come out and bat.
Look, not New Zealand, South Africa, they need to be smashed by India. India need to beat them emphatically because South Africa are not in the top 6 countries in the world. It's India, New Zealand, maybe not after today. India, New Zealand, Australia. You would have to still say England. Then you move then you go into 5th spot, which could be anyone, probably Pakistan.
No, Ranes is on form. He hit an amazing 4. And India's 100 is up. Hello, Norman.
I think that I'm listening. I'm just watching the game. I think that India need to get 250 to 300, and there's no hope for South Africa. They have not scored in the first match over 200, and this one 229. They're not going to get more than 229.
I think 230 plus. I would say India would win. 230 the lead. If there's a target of 230 plus that South Africa needs to get, then I don't see any hope.
Well, they're well on the way now.
And at least what I can say, Pujara Rane have a better record in the second innings from all whatever their worst record has been in the last 2 years. At least they're better in the second innings.
Well, as long as you win a test match, it doesn't really matter how you do it.
No, but see, that doesn't mean that you don't improve your deficiencies, Norman. Like you see that.
No, of course not.
What are you waiting for? You're waiting for to lose. That time you work on your deficiencies. That's a very incorrect attitude.
So what's this about? Is this Samant Awafi?
It's like it's like saying the roof of your house has gone, and you're saying, "Oh, it's anyway not raining right now, so why should I worry?"
Okay.
Suman says Rahul Dravid be like, "Kitni wicket? Kitne wicket?" The Thakur and Thakur be like, "Sat." Behram, read this one. Yeah, this is a very famous dialogue from a very famous movie in India by the name of Sholay. So there's a character over there by the name of Thakur. So he asks, actually it's not Thakur. There's a dialogue in that movie in which they ask, "Kitne aadmi the?" Means how many people were there that you lost. So that's why he's saying "Kitne wicket the?" So
See that ball
that's
moved in?
the
The
joke.
ball's. Oh, that's good. It's a good joke. The ball's really moving in. There's a bit of movement off the seam, and they're appealing about rubbish. That was way offline. South Africa have got good bowlers, but their batting lineup is shite. Van der Dusen is Van der Rubbish.
I don't think that Norman. It's again I would say a case of, how can you say, not performing at that point or underconfident, because Aiden Markham is a great batsman. So is Van der Dusen, but they are just not able to read Shami, if you ask me. Elgar is also great, but he's also, except for the second innings in the first match, he has looked, how he even reached to 28 and played one. You should have seen that. It was like a fish out of water, and just you're waiting when it will die. Like he had lady luck by its side a long way that he reached, that he was able to play 120 balls and make a 20 plus score. Otherwise, it was looking at he is going to get out the next ball. It was that horrible way he was playing.
So the movie 83, which is obviously about Kapil Dev, a girl called Anita Matkar is a good friend of mine. She was the makeup artist for that, and she got to a very privileged viewpoint. It was a magnificent movie. It's been very well made. Great reviews.
We watched it over here in the Philippines special screening. It was a really good movie. Liked it a lot. So especially a lot of the nuances which we were not aware of, we got to see, which practically happened. So like, the dialogues, or how they used to talk with each other, how, like, I didn't knew that Roger Binney was called as Humphrey. Where did this Humphrey come from? So then I know that that's his middle name. So he was Anglo-Indian, and I never knew that.
But you know what's amazing? It put India on the map. That World Cup put India on the map. It was the real awakening of India. People like Tendulkar, even young Dhoni, all saw that, and I'm not sure that Dhoni was alive, but they all saw that as their turning point of Indian cricket. That put India on the map.
In a big way, given that the first two World Cups were won by West Indies, and West Indies were very hot favorites, or super, not in hot, I would say, like 9 out of 10 times I would say that West Indies would win the 83 World Cup also. And then given that India's previous performance at both the World Cups was horrible, winning just one match against a team by the name of East Africa, which now does not even exist. Or even after that, I don't think after 83 World Cup they even existed. So just winning one World Cup out of two previous, so winning just one match out of two previous World Cups, and
the
then
previous two World Cups were won by West Indies, 75 and 79.
But India's performance in those World Cups was very bad. Hello, yeah, India's performance in those two World Cups was very, very bad. In the 75 and 70, they just won one match, I think, in 75 World Cup.
This is a very pivotal moment. India are 2 for 101. They scored 202 on the first innings. It seems like all three innings have had good starts, good opening, early order stands, and they fell away. This is where India have to be not just 2 for 101, they need to be 2 for 201. They need to put a big stamp on this innings.
Agree.
I think Rahul Dravid is a good coach. Don't you? He must be.
Rahul Dravid, what?
Is a good coach.
Yeah, great coach. I think we'll see a lot of. Test match for sure. I'm more interested in how the T20 will go. Even ODI, I would feel for sure will be very good. But how will the T20 go is something that I'm looking at.
Well, the T20 World Cup in Australia is going to be hard for India to win. Let's be honest. I mean, they'll do well, but they need to have played BBL more often, which they're not. The IPL in India will help them, but it's only going to help Australia. Australia, after having won the World Cup last year now, are in the box seat, you'd have to say.
I would
my
not
voice
put
is
it.
echoing. Is my voice echoing?
No, I can get it clearly.
So I don't know. Is my voice still echoing? Gaming project? I don't think it is.
I'm not getting an echo. Maybe because I'm on the StreamYard thing. Maybe on YouTube, I don't know.
No, it wouldn't matter where you are because it's the same broadcast. Gaming Pornjo, tell me if you're still getting echoing. So what about Virat Kohli? Do you think it's an issue with his batting? Ajinkya Rahane, by the way, has got 4,882 runs. It's almost like a watershed moment when batsmen reach 5,000 runs. He's just hit a 6. Or was that Pujara? Rahane's just hit a cut shot for 6. It's like a one-day game.
I think both of them maybe called up Sehwag last night.
Ajinkya Rahane's just hit a cut shot for 6. These two are like they're both very angry, I think.
I think with a big point to prove.
It's a bit scary, isn't it, for poor old South Africa? They're going to get smashed.
Let's see.
Don't forget, Rohit Sharma's not here. Kohli's not playing this match. Shubman Gill is not playing. My God, Shreyas Iyer. Heaps of players. There's going to have to be a point where Pujara and Rahane have to prepare for their retirements. They can't keep hanging on. They're playing well at the moment, yes. We mustn't forget that, Pujara scored 18 centuries and 31 50s. 6,000, I think it's 651 runs. They scored a ton of runs.
So see, if they're playing well from today onwards and giving a consistent performance, I don't see them retiring at least 4 or 5 years from now.
What? 4 or 5 years?
Yeah. How old are they? I think they're 33, 34, right?
Well, are you sure?
Yeah.
I think Pujara's older than that.
Let's see. Pujara age 33 years, 345 days. So he's 34 years old.
Well, they're both. That's not young. That's not young.
And Rahane is also 33 years and 213 days. So both are
Kohli's
33.
35. Kohli's 35, isn't he?
No, Kohli is also 33. This guy, Rohit, is 34.
All right. I guess Dave Warner's 35, and he wants to. His benchmark is James Anderson. He reckons if James Anderson can play at 39, he wants to keep playing.
Okay.
If there we are,
Norman,
another Rahane
Norman, I'll take a move. I'll take a leave. Catch you maybe tomorrow. Okay, bye everyone. Take care.
Thank you, bye. Goodbye, Baramarani. Come back again. Ciao, ciao. It's good to have Baram on here. I'm trying to get some more people to come. But Ajinkya Rahane's just hit the ball flourishingly through point. He's on what looks like 30. And Pujara's on 43, 212. They're doing very well, aren't they? Magnificent. I concur with Ron. They won and shouldn't wait. Try these ones too. as long as they score runs, that's the only proviso you've got to work with. If they score runs. So India at 212 now. Still a very aggressive field placement. Rahane's looking for singles. It's just relentless. I'm in the process of uploading a video on Captain Monimal Huck's Bangladesh interview post-match, post the Hello, Shapali. Show me. Shapali Rukodi. How are you? Wow. Hello. Fantastic. I'm feeling okay. Fantastic. Wow. I love the black wall. That is the Myris Fitness Center in Colombo 7 in Sri Lanka. Look at this. Wow. Private tour. Wow. Wow. Show me upstairs. I like the door. Nice door handle. Wow. There's glass walls. Beautiful. Wow. Wow. Where's the coffee shop? Where's the coffee shop? We're gonna put a coffee shop there, okay? That's my job. That's my job. Okay? Tell me I'm gonna build a coffee shop, okay? But it must be called Norman's Cafe. This is a bathroom? You're going to put doors on the toilets? Yeah. Oh, how magnificent is that? It's just huge. So this is Myris Fitness Center in Colombo 7 in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Amazing. It's going to be the most modern fitness center in Sri Lanka. Everyone's going to go there. Can you go upstairs? Go upstairs. Hey, it doesn't matter. Show me. And there, show me. Where do you want to put the quick memorabilia? Okay. Can you go upstairs? Hey, it doesn't matter. So this is the Myris Fitness Center, Colombo 7, Colombo, Sri Lanka. It's a huge opening. My gosh, this is a big area too. What are you going to have up there? Other classes? Fantastic. And that'll be the cafe there. That's my job. Okay, I'm going to do that. Show me around the top again. Around the top. Yeah. Go walk around where the white wall is. Show me the white wall. Mirror. Say hello. Show me the top. Have you had a class yet? Here comes a class now. Show me the white wall. The white wall. The white wall.
Yeah, we can use this borders.
That's where I think you should put the cricket memorabilia.
Easy.
That's okay.
Our security guard.
That can be the cricket wall there. Huh?
Yeah.
So Shapali Wirakoti, former cricket player for Sri Lanka for 16 years, is now a master of fitness, personal trainer with her own gym, a fitness center called Myris Fitness in Colombo 7 in Sri Lanka. Amazing. Big area. Big area. Huh?
Yes.
How good is this? This is fantastic. Huh?
What?
It's so impressive.
Thank you, Norman. Thank you so much.
I'm very happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah. See, Norman, this that.
What's that?
That.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What is the artwork of?
Okay, Norman. So, shall I keep?
Yeah, put mirror on. Put mirror on.
Yes. Right. Hi, Norman.
Mirror. So congratulations. Looks fantastic.
Thank you. Are you better now? You look better today.
I'm feeling better.
Oh, very good. You're so resilient.
I'm happy because of what's going on with you. That's why. Look,
Yeah.
look where I am. I'm at this at Sydney Airport.
Why are you at the airport?
I'm quarantined.
Okay. My God. But now,
So I'm gonna build you the coffee shop.
thank you.
But you have to call it Norman's Cafe.
No problem.
Okay.
Norman's cafe. Nomis.
What the hell's it? What's Nomis? What's this Nomis?
Nomi. Your pet name is Nomi, Norman. No, Norman's cafe. It has more, power in that name, Norman's cafe.
Yeah. I'm only going to build it if it must be a guaranteed Norman's Cafe.
For sure, it's guaranteed.
And
So,
and me in a bikini. Me, the figure is me in a bikini. No.
Norman, has your fever gone down?
I seem better. Yes, my fever seems better.
That's good. So Omicron could be a little flu kind of thing now, no?
Yeah, you get a fever. It's like the flu.
Flu, yeah. Okay.
Not even the flu.
That's really good to know. Yeah.
So have you had classes?
Yeah, we had 4 classes, 2 yoga and 2 fitness right for now. And now in 1 hour we have the kids class. Then in the night 2 more fitness and 1 yoga. So it's all packed. 8 classes a day.
Are you happy? This is amazing.
Yeah, it's actually right now we are too tired now. Nothing processes in the brain right now. It's too tiring. Just
Can you show me the front? I want to see the sign on the front, the daytime. The Myris.
Ah, yes.
So this is the Myris. Oh, let me look at that. Look at that. Magnificent. There it is. Wow. That's a very good sign. You need to have T-shirts, caps.
Yeah, this is the shirt.
Wow. Fantastic. In Colombo 7.
Very close to 7.
Is it near Havelock City?
It is very close to Havelock City, yes. Very close. That's where you were staying, no? The last time you came?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very close. It's just you just take a right turn and you go down the road, and that's it. That's Havelock City.
All right. Give me some time and we'll get this cafe. You work out a plan. You're gonna need good coffee machines, low fat food.
Yeah. Yes, we need healthy food.
What?
We need healthy food. We need healthy stuff here.
Maybe some chips.
Maybe, yes.
Hey, and there you've got to have some chips or shorties. 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 Or maybe egg hoppers. Then I'll be happy.
Yeah, for sure. Egg hoppers is fine.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Congratulations. I'm extremely proud of you, and I'll get there soon, and we'll talk about everything. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Norman. Thanks
So-
a lot for.
So settle into the place. Don't think about doing 50 things now. Just be within your zone. Do what you have to do. Don't try and do 100 things. Don't make it perfect straight away. It's not possible. You have to just build. Don't look at the cafe. Don't look at certain things. Think positively because you're going to be nitpicking now a little bit, I think. Won't you? I'm sure you're doing that, aren't you?
And this is not done properly. That is not done properly.
Yeah, but don't do that. Otherwise, you'll never be happy. You've reached a huge milestone now. Relax and enjoy the fact that it's opened. It's up and running. It'll only get bigger and better. Within 12 months, you'll have more development. You'll get, more class about it, more style, more things. I need to get some gym. Do you want gym equipment?
I'm not sure if Shripali wants, but for now we are fully equipped. Actually,
What about barbells? You got. Okay,
yeah,
that's good.
that is. And then these.
But eventually, you can have like a little spa area. I'm not sure other things.
There's no room for spa, but what we can do is, can you see the flap over the washroom?
Yeah.
There's a flap kind of place over the washroom. Can do something up there, and the cafe can go under the car park. It had to be elevated. Sorry, not under over the car park, above the car park.
No problems.
Car park will be under the cafe.
Let's do it. Paradise Road Cafe like.
Yeah. Paradise Road Cafe.
Okay, definitely.
So tired now.
All right. Well, you take care. All right.
Take care of yourself. Please get well soon.
Okay. All right. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye now. Bye. Take
Bye.
care.
Well, guys, that was rather impromptu, but today, I'm sorry to drag you away from the cricket, but that was a huge development in Sri Lanka of we're going to have a big promotion to take it of the Maris Fitness Centre in Colombo, Sri Lanka. First female cricketer to take on the next stage after playing cricket for a country. She's now got her own fitness centre. Thanks. I'm very glad that I've had something to do with it. So it's a very big deal, guys. So they've just videoed me live then, and I thought I'd show it to you guys. So it's a very, very important thing. Okay. Very, very, very big thing for Sri Lanka. It's very, very, it's a, and for Shripali Rurakota, you know who she is. She's been on my show many a time. So it's an amazing situation. So Pujara and Rahane are just raging ahead here, aren't they? My God. They're what are they now? 2 for 134. They're 107 in front. This is a magnificent recovery from India. They're in fantastic form. Magnificent score. 2 for 134. Pujara Rahane, now they're starting to make a mark again. The temperatures are pretty much 26 degrees, a bit of rain tomorrow and the day after. So it's time that India get South Africa back in very soon. Protein shakes and bars, Norman. Well, let's hope. Well, that was great. An impromptu, that Maris Fitness. Go to Maris Yoga and Fitness as a YouTube channel. Very significant. 2 for 134. Lead by 107. There's Dwayne Oliver. I haven't seen much of him. He's taken a wicket. Let's see what he's like. See what his bowling techniques are. I'm not really aware of how good he is. Looks like medium pace to me. Military medium to me. Pujara is 48. Rahane's on 42. Pujara's on 49. Rahane on 42. Both going to score 50s. Big fall reversal, wasn't it? Two for 135. It's a brilliant score. Norman, have you had Kyle Thorett in Sri Lanka? Kotaroti, of course. Kotaroti, of course. Lumineris, I've had Upper, India Upper, Kotaroti. I love string hoppers, egg hoppers. Love it. I was married to a Sri Lankan for 15 years, or 14 years. I've been there for over 20 years. That was Pali Rurakodi's place who I've managed for almost 7. It's great. There's an upper area there, the bottom area. There's a lot of room. So 2 for 136. Partnership is now, I think it's 50-92. Pajara 49. He's facing now with Pajara and Rahane 43. Pajara and Rahane both get 50s. That's certainly changed things, isn't it? Have chai and cricket or sports bar. Well, that's what it's in Sri Lanka. So we're going to have probably some egg hoppers there as well. Make it a place to visit. You make it just not operational. Make it really nice. Protein bar, protein fast food cafe would be well hit. Yeah, I need to be in that sort of place too. So that's Chachara Bajawa's 50. It's a great performance there. It's his 50 of 62 balls, 10 fours. This is like lightning for Bajara. Well, he's in the IPL. 2 for 137. They're in front by 110 now. Could even see Pajara get 100. So the drop catch. They're all not very happy in the field there. Rabada's just ball. It looks like he's got a top edge from the bat and it's fallen outside the edge of the hands of one of the fielders. Let's have a look at what happened there. Rabada comes in the ball. Yep, lifted, and Rahane's popped it and it's just landed. Oh my God. Pretty disastrous attempt to fill in there. Took Rahane by surprise. And South Africa can't take a trick at the moment. That was an easy catch. Boy, oh boy. An A5 Wagyu shot. Steak shot. Well, that could be possible too. Let's not get carried away there. So Rahane's got a damaged wrist. He's moving it freely, so it shouldn't be too severe. Well, riding any of them at this early was a juvenile move. At the end of the day, they are all class batsmen. Yes, they are. They scored 6,000 plus and close to 5,000 plus runs, haven't they, for their country? So, yeah. It's an awful attempt at catching. Just face it, South Africa just not in the same class as not in the same classes as India. India are the number one side in the world. South Africa barely sixth. It's probably by some sort of default. Rabada's a very good bowler. So is Nagidi and Norjay if he was in the team. But they've lost to Cock. Bavuma's out of form. Elgo is not bad. Markham's not bad, but the rest are crap. Peterson on 60 would look very ordinary to me. And Van der Dusen, Van der Poop, really. we're talking about his dismissal being controversial. He got out the previous over almost, got out that over. If he was in for another over, he would have got out anyway, so it's superfluous. Rabala's being a bit more revengeful. He's not happy with proceedings. He's hit Rahane and he's going to give these two to the clout. Pajaro plays better in the second innings than the first. Well, that may or may not be the case. I wouldn't be that hard on him. Shardul Thakur, what a magnificent player he is. After scoring, I think 7 for 60 odd, batting, scoring 50s on a regular occurrence, can score centuries. Magnificent player. And you're 2 for 140 after getting 202 on the first thing. They really are, showing their way, aren't they? With rain forthcoming, I would think the lead of 250 will see them through because salary aren't capable of getting more than 250. They scored 2 innings in the first test, less than 200. This one, 229, when they had a perfect opportunity to get more. You'd argue that they're in deep trouble. So, Norman, what will be an ideal score here? Friendly defender of this. We're 113 in front now. I would say minimum 250. Depending on the weather, they may even go to 300, but that's enough to make sure they win the match and not draw. This Olivia guy doesn't look that great. He's not. What's the speed he's bowling at? 79 miles per hour. It's not that fast, is it? Not sure. They must rate him. I rated Vanderdoos and he's been Vander crap. It's 2 for 140. Barely an hour's play. Is that Rahane? Again, he's got himself 4. It looks like he's going to the boundary. Yeah, it's going for 4. So Rahane moves to 48. Bajar's on 51. 2 for 144. Very significant. So partnership, they've got a 100-run partnership between these two batters now. Norman, any update on Olive Robinson? Ollie Robinson. Well, he was had a bit of he wasn't 100%, but I think it was more form than fitness that left him out. Pujara has scored a century in this ground in 2013. Can he score something like that today? Why not? Jigar Hunnies has scored 50. Pajaro scored 50. So they're both an incredible. This is a very good comeback. I'll shut the because we needed this. India needed this. He's playing those cut shots very well. Very impressive performance by India. With Bangladesh beating New Zealand, India going to be thumping South Africa, Australia beating England. Maybe Test cricket's back on the right even keel on it. Bangladesh beating New Zealand, that's a fantastic result. India beating South Africa, they deserve to do that. Australia versus England, well, they probably deserve to win there too. Will the Ashes Test match be drawn due to rain? Well, it's heading that way. It's early days, but it's clear skies now at the moment, aren't there? I want to get a camera. Okay. India's happy with their performance for sure. They got 121 run lead. Only 2 wickets down. They're looking at 250 at least, you would hope. It's 127 kilometres per hour. That's not very fast, is it? Well, I think these innings will turn their fortunes, at least in South Africa, will. For Harry should go next. Then don't put. I wouldn't put Punt ahead of subject. Okay, I wouldn't put Punt ahead of him. A bit too early to be judging that. I want to get a few more runs ahead before they start doing something like that. That's for sure. Just there, guys. Just putting some stuff away. Awesome. Nice comeback delivery. Rabada shouldn't be. Can bowl some very good lengths. Now we're near the edge. Grasping at straws on it, guys. No, there's not done Siraj intro. I didn't know it was that. There was no talk about it at all, actually. They may not need to use him, but I don't think it's anything serious. Nothing's been stated in the press about it being of any seriousness. India should give South Africa a target of 300 plus. Well, 250 at the least. 300 would be perfect. Still got a way to go. These two guys are batting very well. Gotta quickly get this charged. Ooh, that was almost catchable. It's getting there. All right, we're back on deck. Okay. Pitch looks still a pretty good pitch to bat on, to be honest. It's not showing that too much wear and tear. There's a lot of time still to play. They shouldn't be rushing anything. They should. Harry bats long, leads to bat more. So, in which channel you see the India-South Africa match in Australia? It's on Foxtel. Foxtel have got it. Or KO, the same thing, Foxtel. Raj, I don't think should I join now? I don't think we've met still yet. You sent me some messages, but I'm pretty much, yeah, I haven't had a chance to discuss that with you, so I'm afraid not. Two for 148. That's the score. 121 in front. Inking out runs, that's for sure. Obviously, these two guys have got a lot of experience behind them. Oh, look, I've got to commend the Indian selectors. They maintain some, strength about their discussions. There's so many good players to pick from, haven't they? It's just ridiculous. Unexpected strike rate from these two. Exactly. What a change in approach. They've been told to get on with it because of the potential of rain. They've been told, and it's actually suited them down to the ground. They've done so well. Apart. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Yeah, I'm better now. I'm getting better, but I'm live, sweetheart. I'm on my YouTube channel.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, I'm live. I'm live.
Yeah, I found a place, but it's not that great. Like a studio type 1 bedroom, $360 per week because the gay guys threw me out last night. I picked my stuff. I went to the hotel room and stayed for a night. Then I paid for a hotel room. Then from there I went to real estate and produced some certificate. Then they gave me the place. Like a studio type 1 bedroom, real surface paradise.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
when you recover, month of February, we can catch up.
Okay, for sure. When I'm better, when I'm feeling better. Okay.
Yeah. Please take care of your health. You are a vaccination anyway.
Thank you.
It's about the too many tests done at New South Wales. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know about Gold Coast. Everybody's moving to not everyone. Some people are moving from New South Wales to Gold Coast. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want them to move because the land value is increasing. I thought it's cheaper here. I thought I can do something here, but it's all getting worse day by day.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, that's okay. It's not my problem. Anyway, please take care of your health. I think in the next week you'll be everything will be okay.
I think so. I think so.
You'll be healthy. Yeah, take care of your health.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Have a lot of vitamins and take care. You know what to do. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I see you in February.
Okay.
Sometime in February. Yeah.
Okay.
You recover. You don't know who has got COVID here. I have to wear my mask. Because of changing the place, I forgot my mask in my suitcase. I have to buy one. Okay, take care of yourself, please.
Okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, tomorrow afternoon or sometime. It's okay for you?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Everyone's worrying about me, guys. I've got to answer these calls, and nobody's worried. Let's just see how close we're getting there. Two for 151. Amazing scoreline, really. Considering where the whole game has been at. With scores 202, 229 now, 251. That's a pretty good recovery rate. It's what is needed. They need some strength in their batting. Okay. There we are. 2 for 151. Thanks. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the comments. So we now are looking at a situation where India, 2 for 151, there's some 124 in front. They need to double that plus 50, and they're getting close to where they need to be at. I think they're really a good chance of getting there. Now, with the time, our first hour's play having gone by, it's looking very good. India hasn't lost a match whenever Pujara and Rohani score 50 plus 1. True. I have to be off now. And take care of your health. Thank you. I will. The lead by 124. With Rohani and Pujara both doing well. India were never going to lose control of this match now. I think they're going to run it home. They get 250 to 300 lead. More than enough. Pujara has just been aggressive as hell. Beautiful drives from Pujara. Pujara's batting like he's possessed. Lots of great drives. Lots of good cut shots. He's been very, very positive. Very impressive ground, actually, at Johannesburg as well. Arnie's been driving well. Cutting for 6. Playing through on the ground, guided through point. They've both been playing very well. What will you do now if you're South African captain? Well, they're gonna bowl better. Simple as that. They bowl better. Okay. How is the COVID situation back in New South Wales? It's bad because I've got COVID. Here we have, I think, Aparna might be joining us. COVID situation in Sri Lanka, Mike, is that we have 35,000 here in Sydney today. 35,000. They're bowling good only on. They're not having luck. Yeah, look, there's not much they can do. They're playing against a very good Indian side. They've got to bat better for starters, and then they're lastly they're going to try to put on a decent score, which I haven't been able to do. Very, very frustrating. Aparna Saini, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you, Norman? I hope you're feeling better.
A little bit better. I'm getting better. I mean, I'm starting to, feel a bit freer. Look where I am. I'm at the airport. Perth out there. But I'm hoping that you're going to be a part of our regular SCG group as of tomorrow, with Australia having gotten to 3 for 120 on 26, I think it is. And
You
Kawaja's
can't
there.
blame me, Norman. First of all, it got called off half an hour early. So I was hoping, I'm literally 15 minutes away. So I was ready to go. And it's like, oh my God, it stumps. So, they were sprinting to get back to the pavilion. I mean, the ground staff I can understand because they've been working hard throughout the day. But I mean, you can say Steve Smith, I mean, he just jogs off. He was running, whereas the England team was still standing there waiting. Maybe they can get another, remaining 30 minutes or so, because they did good. I mean, I'm very happy for England. I mean, it was a day filled with rain, but finally, England has come back in this Ashes, what it's supposed to be. I mean, it's bizarre how I mean, it's good for Australians, but it's bizarre, Norman. I mean, now I can feel the excitement coming back, and it starts at SCG. Very privileged.
Yes. So happy New Year to you for starters. It's the first time since the New Year.
Happy New Year! Lucky I didn't see you.
Yeah, if we saw each other New Year's Eve in the first, you'd be in bed now too. Okay, so India are doing extremely well. Did you see that?
Yes, they have literally even the last whole year they have done massively in the test. I mean, there were some bad ones, but if you look at India tour of Australia, then this one they've done good. So main, it's called the four main championships or four events for India. They've performed exceptionally good. So very happy about what they're doing in South Africa.
Well, it's 2 for 155 now. Pujara's not at 51. Rahani's not at 58. Unbelievable. Having just said that, there's a wicket falling. It looks like he's been given out. Rahani's just been caught behind. After all the good thoughts I just said, Rahani is just out caught by the keeper off Rabada for 58. Still a good partnership, though. Now, how about Bangladesh? Bangladesh beat New Zealand.
Sorry?
Bangladesh beat New Zealand in New Zealand.
That is very unusual. And
Well, it's the first time.
Yeah, no, and I thought the way England is losing this Ashes and India is doing exceptional in South. There's a lot of different sort of results and outcomes we're getting in cricket. I mean, Bangladesh winning over New Zealand is another exceptional, unusual scenario. But, I'm very happy for them. I mean, this might give them the motivation to spend more money and get more sponsors because Bangladesh is a good team.
So India now 3 for 155, so they're effectively 3 for 128. They have to get at least 250, close to 300 lead to have a good chance. Out comes Vihari, who's been solid for a long time.
And Pujara and Rahane's partnership, so good.
So, yeah, Vihari's coming now. Vihari's, well, he's not a bad batter.
I mean, Ajinkya Rahane, it was unfortunate when he got out. I mean...
Yep, just as we spoke.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I'll be giving the more reports, ground reports from SCG for you, Norman, as well as all the other Indian fans out there who want to know about the Ashes, one of the most prestige. And finally, England is coming back, so very excited for that. I mean, the first two sessions of today's play, it was only 22 overs played. And it was just looking, oh my God, it was actually good for Australia.
You know what? I feel remarkably good today. Could it be that quick? It's only been 3 days. Could I be recovered that quickly? No. Probably not.
I think you need rest, Norman. You gotta rest.
No, I'm gonna go. I've got a testing center right downstairs, so I'll go. Anyway, all right. So India, 3 for 155, looking very good. Australia versus England. If it's going to rain tomorrow, apparently, isn't it?
I know, but I hope it doesn't come out to be such a bad day like today. I mean, Aussies would be hoping that it does rain, so they can get the whitewash. But no, I think England might just be able to turn this around while dodging with the weather. But they finally feel at home, I would say, and more in form and confidence at SCG. So it's going to be some exciting match if the rain.
So we're
doesn't
going to do a
return.
live. So what are you doing tomorrow? You want to be there before the game starts or after the game?
Definitely, I would be prepared that the stumps is not called off half an hour early, and I would be there before that.
So
I
tomorrow,
was
will you
not
be able to get
looking
there
forward
about
to going
5?
rain. Sorry?
You get there about 5 tomorrow?
No, I would be there. But what has happened today, I actually thought that they would drag it on a little bit because there wasn't enough overs. I mean, the third session they played mostly, but they actually called stumps, and it was very light rain. I mean, it was just gone after 10 minutes. I don't know why they called stumps. But anyway, I'll be prepared. I'll be there beforehand.
So we'll do a live tomorrow post day 2. All right?
Done, for sure.
Okay. So you look very refreshed. You must have had a good relaxing time over New Year's Eve.
Yeah. I mean, I'm battling with the weather and COVID. I mean, the cases are surging every day, 20,000.
35,000.
Today, yeah, I know.
That's incredible.
And that's in New South Wales for our audience.
Well, that's actually in Sydney.
Yeah.
Isn't it Sydney?
Technically.
Yeah.
It's you know what? It wouldn't be long before Norman I would be one of the positive cases, but I hope as long as I can battle and get away with it, that fingers crossed. But
Well,
I don't know where these cases are coming from.
Well, it's Omicron, which is more virulent, it's more contagious, but very mild. So you probably I don't want you to get it, but you probably will get it at some stage, Apana. You go into a coffee shop, restaurant, convenience store, petrol station, Uber, whatever. I'm afraid your likelihood of, and it's not just physically touch. It's not just a touch. It's in the air as well.
Yeah, it's airborne.
So don't share lifts
Were you
with
wearing
anyone.
mask?
I wore everything. I did everything right.
Oh, that's scary though.
I mean, the thing is, when you eat, you take your mask off. That's the problem. And
yeah, but I've been going out for restaurants only when it's open sitting. I mean, I don't prefer. Otherwise, I can sit at home and get a takeaway.
But see, lifts, you shouldn't get in lifts with anyone. I'm afraid in Westfield, people get in lifts.
Oh,
which
well.
is unfortunate.
Yeah, no. Can't do anything about that. Another year and we're talking about COVID.
Samantha Awasi is saying that France has got reported a new variant. Oh my God, no, please. So it's just Basson's one of our viewers. It's his birthday today. Who views regularly? Let's look at his name. He's made a comment. Dekshanj Anand. It's his birthday, so I should say happy birthday to him. You've seen that name. He's been on them before. Well, it's good to have you here. Talk about your
what was the
program
name again, Norman? What was his name?
Dekshanj. Deekshans Anand.
Dikshan Anand. Happy birthday to you. Wish you very prosperous and all the success that you deserve in this year. And keep watching our show, and do not forget to subscribe my channel as well. More blessings
Exactly.
for that.
Did you know that today is the day that Shapali opened up her fitness? Pardon?
Yes.
Shapali opened up her fitness center, and she went live with me before. It
Oh,
looks
wow.
fantastic. Looks fantastic.
That's amazing. Weren't you meant to be there?
Very, very nice place. Official opening today. I'll go and see it later on. Looks fantastic.
That's
Are you on
amazing.
the same social?
I thought you were supposed to be going, and now you wasn't it end of
Yeah.
January?
How
or
can I
something?
go when I've got COVID?
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. That hasn't happened long ago. But did you book your flights or anything? I wasn't sure
was
if
gonna
it
go
was
later
in
in the month.
first week. Sorry.
I was going to go later in the month.
Okay, well, we might as well get better with COVID, Norman.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried. We'll get plenty of opportunities to see it.
I should wear a
You and
mask.
I have to go. I can't put a mask on when I'm on. No one's going. You're not going to get it through the screen. COVID.
No, do you remember with when Boria Majunda and we were doing the live cross last year about this time? We were like COVID, and this year about the same time. Oh my God, things change.
Still going.
Mm.
You and I have to go to Sri Lanka. I'm gonna open up a cafe in the same complex as Myra's Fitness. I'm gonna call it Norman's Cafe in her complex. It's huge. You have to
nice.
have a look. Go to her. Go to her social media. It's all there. It's amazing. Double
I will
story.
send a message to her to congratulate her
Yeah, do that.
personally as well.
Double story building. Huge.
Wow. I hope all goes well for her because she's put a lot of effort in, and I'm very happy
Or
for
Mira
her.
as well. You met Mira, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So they both got it happening. It's just very exciting.
Nice.
All this hard work is finished now. Well, they've still got things they got to do to it, but it's double story. It's got these lovely coloured murals on the wall already, and it's all designed. It's just beautiful. In Colombo 7, Colombo 7 is like double bay.
That's amazing. I mean, I'm really excited for them. And
Well,
I wish
you and
them
I
all
have
the
to go there
best.
one day. You and I will go to Sri Lanka one day, all right? We'll go and visit. All right?
Yeah, well, I can't wait to get on the plane. Actually, it's been so long.
But you're going to want to go to India as well.
First flight
of course.
that I'm taking
Family,
is for India. That is for sure. Been waiting for 2 years, Norman.
I know. More than 2 years, isn't it?
Now, yeah, nearly 2. I came in November 2019 after my sister's wedding. So
that's right. So that's
yeah.
2 years, 2 months now, almost.
Mm.
Incredible. All right. So we might cut off here now, Apana.
Yeah, I better get going. But tomorrow, Norman, we will, and all the audience, we'll do a live cross from
and you're going to be live from the SCG.
Yes.
All right. So let's get a really impressive thumbnail. You want to help me with an impressive thumbnail from the SCG? All right. So, Christopher, you're going to meet up with Christopher? Have you spoken to Christopher?
Actually, I didn't today.
Yesterday,
sorry, because I thought I'll just, because it was raining, so I wasn't staying there for the whole time. But tomorrow I will. For tomorrow, I will do it tonight.
All right.
But any which way, I would be eyes on cricket.
Eyes and ears and mouth and nose and everything. All right, Apana. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Please subscribe my channel, Cricket Conversation with Apana Seni.
Cricket Conversation with Apana Seni. Join that now. Okay.
Cheers, Norman. See ya.
Bye, ciao, ciao.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Oh, it's great to have a partner there. Now, before I leave, the score here is what's going on here. Four for 163. At 5. Pajara's out. 53. Abu Dhabi Rabada. Vahari's in with punts. It's not what you want. All right, guys, we'll leave it at that. So India are now 4 for 163. They lead by 136. Hopefully, Pajara and the like continue on with their batting. I hope you enjoyed the session. We'll join each other tomorrow. All the best.